Handicapper Steve here, handicapping the racing from Saratoga Racecourse here on Friday. It's the 23rd of August, 2024. Gonna look at the stakes action here on the program on Travers Eve, but before I get onto that, remember to please follow me on Twitter at HorseRacingKid5 for more selections for race courses around the world, and I mean it around the world. Let's look at the stakes action races 5 and 10 from the Spa. The fifth race from Saratoga, it's Smart and Fancy Stakes. It's going for a purse of $150,000. Race for fillies and mares, 4-year-olds and upwards. 8 horses are entered. The 8 horses in MTO, so 7 will head to the Mellon Turf Course. The distance of ground of 1,100 meters or 5.5 furlongs on that Mellon Turf Course. Rails are at the 0-foot setting. My top selection, I'm going to take a shot with the 1 horse, Don't Look Back at All. 1473 for me in the superfecta. 1473 super. Top selection, 1 horse, Don't Look Back at All. This 4-year-old filly by Peace and Justice. Christophe Clement trains this Florida or Pennsylvania bred. Joel Rosario gets the mount. The horse's most recent outing came in the Grade 3 Caress Stakes here at the Spa. 5.5 on a firm Mellon Turf Course, 25th of July. And the horse upsetted that day at 8.5 to 1, winning by a neck. Saw a very strong pace to close up into, and this horse did just that. Ira had just timed the race perfectly, a little bit wide late, but this horse got the job done. Ran career best number. Come back here off some very good runs as of recently. I think this horse could find the trip to win again. 2 back in the State Bred 6 Parks, 5 furlongs, 24th of June. The horse went by 3 quarters in length, and again, changed the tactics up from the race afterwards. That day, she was with the pace setters, pressuring them. When she quickened up, she went away with it. 20 cents to the dollar, she was supposed to win, and she did just that. A very good, strong run for her that day. And then prior to that, in the License Via Aqueduct, 6 furlongs, 5th of May, she won by a neck that day, and she had a good tracking trip. She quickened up nicely, and she got the job done. Wasn't the fastest 6 furlongs, ever run at Aqueducts, but still, it was a very good race. And then seasonal reappearance in Option 6-2 at Gulfstream, going 5 at the end of March. She finished second by a half a length that day. She was with them early on. She had the lead. She drifted, which caused her just a little bit green. She probably needed the race. Her races locally haven't been half bad. She only missed the win once. That came nearly a year ago on a good turf course, which I don't think she really liked. But since coming to the green stuff, she's really improved a lot. Since turf sprinting, she's really improved a lot also. Training well downstate at Belmont on the training track. Give her a shot. I think the stablemate Rose for Deborah is her second likeliest winner for Christoph and Irad. Won the Giants Causeway Keelan quite nicely by 1 1/4 lengths back in the spring. Easy money that day with a 101 buyer. Came back to run the Intercontinental on this turf course where she just timed the race a little bit too bad. She just missed late. She finished second by a head, but she ran her heart out that day. But she likes this turf course. Another horse, 3 for 2 on it. She won this race last year. She won the Crest last year. Was actually supposed to run in the Crest a few weeks ago, but she just had a small flu into that race, so she had to, skip it over. Running here today off a bench. She could win. I'll give her a shot on the ticket. And even the 7 horse here, a horse that's been very good. These Mid-Atlantic bred horses, Rose for Deborah, Pennsylvania bred. The other horse, Pennsylvania bred. This horse, the Maryland bred Future is now. This horse has been pretty good. Won the Intercontinental, won the very one at Gulfstream. At Pimlico Preakness weekend, and had a very good 3rd place finish in the Crest on this turf course a few weeks ago. She has a lot of speed in her. She's run some decent numbers. I would give her a shot on the ticket also, but it's a very wide open race. So I think you go a few ways in this one to end off the early pick 5. But to recount my selections now for the 5th from Saratoga, it's Smart and Fancy Stakes. Going to take the 1 horse, Don't Look Back at All. Give kudos to the 4 horse Rose for Deborah and the 7 horse Future is now. 1473 super, 147 in the multi race. The featured 10th race from Saratoga now. It is the Personal Ensign Stakes. It's Grade 1 event going for a $500,000 purse. Race for fillies, mares, 4-year-olds and upwards. Field of 5 horses going the distance of ground of 1,800 meters or a lap around the main track, which is a mile and 1/8 in circumference. I'm going to go with the number 3 horse here, Raging Sea. 3-4-5-1 for me in the superfecta. 3-4-5-1 super. Top selection of 3 horse, Raging Sea. This 4-year-old filly by Curlin. Chad Brown trains. Flavian Pratt gets the mount. The horse's most recent outing came the Grade 2 Chuvy Stakes here at the Spa. Mile and 1/8 on the 21st of July, and it was a success by a lot. Won by 2 1/4 lengths that day, and she stalked all the way around the race course. She quickened up nicely, and she caught Shotgun Hottie, who really ran a game race, but this horse just overpowered. Back getting a little class relief from her previous race. She was more into it early on, which I liked. She really ran terrifically that day. Not that she ran half bad in the Ogden Phipps, but she should have just been a little bit more into it early on. A mile and eighth here on the 8th of June. She finished 4th by 4 3/4 lengths. Randomized and Idiomatic probably ran one of the two best races of the weekend there. This horse just kind of stalked and just couldn't get into it. Like I said, she stalked, but she could have been a little bit more into it early on. And then a race in the Double Dog Dare, Keelan over the mile 16th. She ran terrifically, winning by 3 1/4 lengths, coming from the back of the pack. I thought she ran a very good race there. And then her Commonly win last November at Aqueduct was quite impressive also. She likes this course. She's 5 for 2 on it. She missed most of the early part of last year, but at the end of last year, she was really running these good races. Coming back here today, training well, she could win. I think the 4-horse Idiomatic, a very good horse here. She could win also. She won the Molly Pitcher. She had to bite your nails late that day, but she fought back to get the job done. It looked like she was going to go down with the fight, but she fought back that day. And the Ogden Phipps before that, the Graveyard of Favorites at 70 cents a dollar. She got caught by Randomized, who just absolutely adores this track. This horse just couldn't get there that day, and also was a little bit rambunctious with the crowd there. But she won the La Trione quite nicely, won the Breeders' Cup Distaff. She hasn't run as fast races on the buyer side as she did last year, but running against these horses back here at Saratoga, she could win, but I think, this is going to be she's a little bit going backwards in the buyers also as of recently, but she is good enough to win here. I'll use her on the ticket, and don't throw out the 5-horse Randomized for Joel and Chad. Absolutely adores this track, won the Alabama and the Wilton here last season, won the Ogden Phipps before that on this track quite nicely in the front end. Is training well also. It wouldn't surprise me at 8-5. We'll use this horse in the late pick 4. But to recap my selection for the feature 10th race now from Saratoga, it's the Grade 1 Personal Ensign. Going to take the 4-horse Raging Sea, give kudos to the 4-horse Idiomatic and the 5-horse Randomized, 3-4-5-1 Super, 3-4-5 in the multi-race. So with that being said, good luck to all, and please follow me on Twitter at Horse Racing Hit 5. Good luck, everybody.